Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my thoughts on a new Tarte palette. I feel like I've been reviewing a lot of Tarte lately, but they have been coming out with a lot of really fun stuff. I'm so excited to share with you guys this palette because, as you guys know, I am from Canada and I actually went the distance to get this palette. So this palette is an Ulta exclusive. It's also available at tartecosmetics.com. This is the Adelaine Morin and Tarte collaboration. I hope I'm saying her name right, but this is a gorgeous palette. It looks so summery to me with the lemons. It's all like citrusy and beautiful. And this palette, you guys, I drove 6 hours round trip to pick up, which is crazy. It is something that I really wanted to do though, because I did the same thing with the Tarte and Aspen palette last year. I am obsessed with that palette. So one of Adelaine's things is girls supporting girls, and this is something that I knew I wanted to support another girl with, another content creator. She is a lifestyle YouTuber actually, and to tell you the truth, I had no idea who she was until Tarte announced this collaboration, and then I went over to her channel, I checked her out. She is so cute, you guys, and actually she is so true to herself. That's the first thing I noticed right away. When she's on her Insta stories, she doesn't necessarily have to have makeup on. She has at times very interesting angles when she's on Insta stories, which really just keeps it real. So she is super awesome. I can't wait to check out more of her content, but let's get on to the review of this palette, you guys, because I know that's why you guys are all here. First of all, let's talk about the outer packaging of this guy. We do have, of course, a gorgeous summery citrusy box. It is identical to the palette itself, which is awesome. And this is actually a cardboard packaging, so it is different from the Tarte and Aspen collaboration because that one was definitely a sturdier, reflective plastic packaging, whereas this one is a cardboard. So I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing necessarily. They just did this a little bit differently, but I don't mind it. I think it's super cute. It's nice to travel with. It is very durable as well. So the thing with the Aspen one was that it did show fingerprints, but this is one that won't do that. Either way, both packages, in my opinion, are super cute. When you open the inside, you will see a mirror, which is gorgeous. It does have her name on the bottom left corner, which is Adelaine times Tarte. It is super cool. Then you have the shades themselves, you guys. These are super summery as well. We do have 9 eyeshadows and 2 face products, one being a highlighter and one being a blush. Out of the 9 shadows, we do have 6 mattes and 3 shimmers, and the highlight is a shimmer as well, and the blush is a matte. The names of these shades are super cute, you guys. They all belong to Adelaine, which makes sense. We do have Adel Angels as one of them, which I'm assuming she calls her community by that name, so that's really cute. She has Girls Supporting Girls as a shade and Mama Morin, which I think is really adorable. So definitely a palette catered to her, which of course makes a whole lot of sense. Now this palette is available, as I mentioned, at Ulta. It is an Ulta exclusive. It's in stores currently as of today, and it is also available online at Ulta as well as tartecosmetics.com. It does retail for $39 American dollars or 49 Canadian dollars. Now, since I review a lot of Tarte palettes, I've become pretty familiar with their formula. So they are known for their Amazonian clay formula, which is a gorgeous blendability, very pigmented, but it can be sheared down or built up, which is really gorgeous. I do think their formula is very much catered to beginners. So I did have some really high hopes for this palette, and I am really excited to share with you guys that so far I have tested most of these shades in this palette, and so far they are consistent with the other Tarte formulas that I have used in the past. So for my look today, I started with my Wayne Goss number 18, and I picked up the beige base shade called Adel Angels. This is one that is perfect for setting the lid, especially if you want to just start with a base color. This is great, and it did apply consistently to the lid. It was perfect, blended out. It was very consistent with the Tarte formula I have come to love. Next, I went in with another Wayne Goss number 18, and I picked up the shade Mama Morin. This is definitely a gorgeous matte as well. It's kind of like a light brown in shade, and this is another one that I found blended really easily. I didn't notice any fallout yet, and this was the first color I wanted all over the lid to just start the beginning of my look. Now, if you know Adelaine, you know that she loves yellow. So I really wanted to try the yellow shade, which is Girls Supporting Girls. So next I picked up a Wayne Goss number 17 and I applied that shade to the inner corner and out to the first half of my eyelid. And this is a shade that I feel like consistently applies to the lid as well. So you can definitely build it up to get a super yellow pigment punch, or you can keep it pretty light so there's just a little kiss of yellow in your look. So for me, I wanted that sunset eyes kind of vibe because this is what this palette absolutely screams at me with. So I love that. So I just kept it a little bit on the lighter side, but you can definitely apply concealer here and really get that yellow to pop if you're wanting that. Next, I went in with a third Wayne Goss number 18. Wow, I seem to love that brush. And I went in with the beautiful, magical, wonderful shade. This is a golden orange shimmer. And this is something I wanted to deepen the outer edges of my eye look with, which I think worked really beautifully. The shimmer is done tastefully. It's not too loud, and it's certainly not shimmer particles falling on your face. I actually still, at this point in my look, did not find any shimmer at all on my cheeks or any fallout whatsoever, so that is a great sign. Lastly, I wanted to add a little bit more yellow, but more of a yellow gold shimmer. So I went in with my Wayne Goss number 19 and I picked up the shade Law of Attraction. This is another shimmer shade. It's beautiful. Because that brush is so precise, I placed it really close to the center of my look and blended it out in the other directions there. I really wanted to get that golden gleam to the center of the look, which is right in the center of the lid. So I purposely placed it right here and I think it turned out beautifully. Next, of course, I wanted to try the highlight out, so I did put some on my brow bone there. I also placed it, of course, on the cheeks and the cheekbone. So I went in with my Sephora number 74 brush, and I picked up that highlight, which is called Promise Ring. This is a super beautiful shade, you guys. It definitely has like a shimmer component to it, which obviously makes sense. And I do think if you layer this one a little bit heavy, you will find that some of your texture will show, but if you keep it a little bit light, it doesn't seem to show as much. It just depends on how much you apply to the cheek as to how much of an emphasis on some texture you may have. So just keep that in mind. Lastly, I wanted to try out the blush. This is in the shade I Feel Beautiful, which is adorable. This is a gorgeous coral matte blush, and I picked it up with my Sephora collection number 90. And this one, you guys, just like all the Tarte blushes, is extremely pigmented. So just keep that in mind, especially with the brush I used, which is this little denser brush. I went very light-handed, and right away I got, boom, like a lot of pigment. So make sure you go very light-handed. Use more of a fluffier brush if you want more of a diffuse look, but this is definitely a gorgeous matte blush, and I think it's perfect for summer. I have tried out 5 shades out of the 9, and of course both of the cheek products, and I am loving it so far. I think, like I said, if you are a Tarte fan, you will love this. If you are an Adelaine fan, you will love this. So I do think that this is definitely a safe palette to pick up. It just depends on the other shades you have in your collection. If you have a lot of these shades already and you may not know her, then maybe this is something you won't want to pick up because you have a lot of other shades like this. But if you think you could see yourself using this pretty often, and of course if you're a fan of hers, I think this is a stunning palette. So great job to Adelaine for creating this. This definitely screams summer to me. And from the little bit of content that I've seen from her, because as you guys know, I mentioned that I didn't know who she was before the collaboration, I think that this definitely suits her from like the first impression of her that I have. So definitely great job. If you guys have any other questions about this palette, I would love to answer it in the comments down below. So if you have a question, don't be shy. I will get to them as soon as possible. Lastly, before I go, I do have one last thing, and that is the giveaway. So not only did I pick up one palette for myself, but I also picked up a second one to give away to one of you guys because I really wanted to give some love back to you. So thank you so much for watching this video along with the rest of my videos. I really appreciate it. In order to be eligible to win this palette, you need to do a couple of things. One is like this video, give it a thumbs up. 2 is to subscribe to my channel. And the third thing is to add a comment in the comment section. This could be something funny, cool, whatever's on your mind. It doesn't matter as long as you put a comment in there. It will count as one entry. And there will also be an extra entry if you follow me on Instagram, which is @JennaPhrase. So definitely do that. When you are commenting, make sure that you are commenting with some way for me to contact you, whether that be your email or an Instagram name. So those are the two things that will be eligible. If you do not have Instagram, please use your email. And if you have Instagram, it'll be a lot easier for me just to DM you on there. So definitely leave that in your comments there so that I know. And I will definitely be double checking all of these things, you guys. So make sure that all of those things are done. I will be picking someone at random in 1 week's time. So good luck to all of you. This is open internationally as well. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, and I really hope all of this information was helpful for you. And until my next one, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us.